Hello everyone and welcome to About Last Night, the show where I talk about the movie I saw last night. My name's EJ Marino and we're doing something a little bit different this week. We are diving into season 3 of Stranger Things. One of the beauties of Stranger Things is not only getting to watch the actors and the characters grow, but we're getting to watch the Duffer Brothers grow as creators, and we're getting to watch this show evolve over time. I think season 3 of Stranger Things is a massive leap forward in quality and one of the best seasons of any Netflix show I have ever seen. Season 3 of Stranger Things not only looks better than other seasons, I think the visual effects and the cinematography are very strong this season, but the acting is growing, the storytelling is tighter, and I think this season flows way better than other seasons before. I overall think this season of Stranger Things is what's going to put it in the history books next to other prestige television shows. Is this as grand of a scale as Game of Thrones? Is this as personable as a show like Mad Men? Is this as dirty and grungy as Sons of Anarchy? No, but I think Stranger Things is really carving its own path and really going to solidify itself as a strong television show we will remember throughout history with a strong season like season 3. While nostalgia still plays a heavy part in this show, look, this is in love with the 80s and it will let you know at almost every turn, but I really think season 3 of Stranger Things is really starting to solidify itself as its own thing. No longer is it just trying to homage and pay respect to the past, but it's creating its own memories. It's creating its own vibes in this thing. No longer does this feel like the Duffer Brothers doing Steven Spielberg. This feels like the Duffer Brothers. They're finally creating their own moments, their own things that fans are going to remember from years to come, and things other filmmakers are going to want to pay respect to, much like they're paying respect to John Carpenter, Wes Craven, George Romero. As much as they pay respect to them, I believe with season 3 of Stranger Things, you're going to start seeing other filmmakers be like, I want to do what they're doing. Now, I have a bit of a complicated relationship with Stranger Things. Season 1 really wasn't my thing and it didn't grab me in, but I tried season 2 a bit later on. I waited until all the hype died down and I dived into it myself. I ended up loving that one episode where Eleven kind of went on her own. I thought that was really fun. I thought season 2 was a evolution to season 1, but season 3, boy, if we would have started with this kind of storytelling, with this much horror homages, with this much terror, but this much fun as well, and if we would have had malls way earlier, yeah, I would have loved this show way quicker, because season 3 really grabs me. So I will say, for older fans, I do think it could still, have you there. It will still keep you along, you still know all these characters, they still feel like family and friends. But I think for newcomers, or people who were on the fence, this could really be the season that, locks you in, because after this, I want more Stranger Things. I can't believe it, but 3 seasons in and I'm finally on the bandwagon. Took me long enough, but I really enjoyed this season way more than the others. What made me fall in love with this season more than other ones, other than this is just a higher caliber season than some of the other ones, I really think this one is way more in love with the horror genres than others before. The sci-fi influences have always been there. The Spielberg family-friendly vibes have always been there. But this season feels a little bit darker, a little bit stranger. I really think the Upside Down upped its ante this year. I think it went, the Mind Flayer's cool, yeah, the Demi-Dogs are cool, the Demi-Gorgons are cool, but you know what we need? Crazy rats, smoke monsters, Dockery Montgomery going crazy, because boy, do I really think he went from season 2 as trash to season 3 as king trash. I don't know. I really enjoy him, but he's the face, the human face of the terror this season. Yes, the Upside Down's always going to be there. We're always going to get those mind flares, that creepy vibe, but having his face as the face of evil this season, I thought was so genius, so terrifying, and it added this extra 80s vibe to it. It felt like he was the serial killer. We were watching stalk, the camp counselors. He felt like the Freddy Krueger at times, snatching up people and feeding them to the dream monsters. I really love, dream monsters aren't in this, but it wouldn't shock me if Stranger Things went that route, but I really enjoyed that we had that level of terror, that much horror in this. Yeah, it's still fun, it's still that Stranger Things comedy, but I really think the terrifying factor, that horror, is upped this season. But still, the heart and soul of this show is the young cast. Everyone does great. I think Millie Bobby Brown is finally allowed to have the most fun I think she's ever had with Eleven. The action scenes are better, her comedy scenes are better, her drama's better. Millie Bobby Brown, I think once they allowed Eleven to grow as a character. She was allowed to grow as an actress in the show, but everyone does good. Finn Wolfhard, oh my god, watching him grow up, I loved him in it. I liked him in the other seasons, but seeing him in this season, he was like a little adult. It's so crazy. I loved everyone though. The actor who played Steve, I adore him so much. His stuff with Dustin this season is still great. I really love the young cast. Hell, even Nancy and Jonathan didn't bore me. Usually they feel like the obvious B plot of the show, and I'm like, but hey, I like her little Nancy Drew drama. I like their little investigative reporting. For once, I really enjoyed all of the moving pieces. Now, I don't think everyone works that great this season. I think David Harbour's like Hopper character really doesn't get to do much that great. He's kind of an annoying drunk douchebag in the first half of the season. In the second half, he's still trying to recover from how annoying he was. Cary Elwes, who is he was in the Saw movies. He was also in Princess Bride. He's the mayor this season, and I feel like he has a really extended cameo than a significant supporting role. I really didn't think he needed to be here, and he just felt like evil Mayor 1, like the mayor from Jaws, or like the mayor from any like thing where he's the villain. Yeah, he gave me that instead of a character that felt original. While, like I said, Will, Eleven, Lucas, Dustin, everyone's getting to grow, but then we have the newer characters or some of the older ones that I feel regressed backwards. Altogether though, even with those little minor issues aside, Stranger Things Season 3 is so top notch. It begins with a strong episode, and that finale is even stronger. I don't want to get into any spoilers, but oh my gosh, that finale, it's what sold me on this whole show. I really liked this season going forward. I was like, okay, cool. And I feel like the story's more streamlined, but that finale is a good slap in the face. I mean, oh, and there's a post-credit scene. Make sure you wait out for that. But I really loved this season. I really think this is a step up for the whole show in general. I think this is a step up for Netflix. I think Jessica Jones ended well. I think this is a great evolution as well. It's giving me faith for Orange is the New Black to maybe end on a high note, because, you know, Netflix has a tendency to kind of like, we're gonna focus on Sabrina, so we'll let other shows go down. I really think Season 3 of Stranger Things, though, is high caliber television. I enjoyed it so much. Have you seen it? Let me know all your feelings of Stranger Things in the comments below. I want to talk about it with you guys. I might be like a new diehard fan. I might have to add some Stranger Things Funkos to that back, because yeah, I really love this season. What did you think? What did you think of this review? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because I make videos like this every single week. I'll do a spoiler review for Stranger Things if you guys enjoy that as well. Make sure you give me a thumbs up so I know you like this video. Thank you so much for joining in, and let's talk about Stranger Things in the comments below.